UK police say merely watching a James Foley beheading video may be an act of terrorism. Man, you talk about political correctness. England is the model of mental oppression, where you can't even criticize youth burning down your city or you're a racist. And they're bringing that here. Last year, people thought we were joking when we reported it was mainstream news. With a straight face, they said, do not bring brown bags to city buildings. They are racist. No one ever claimed a brown bag had any. That's like saying you can't have white sheets on your bed because it secretly means you're a Klan member. Or you can't have a white car. If a black guy's driving a white car, he must be a Klan member. And again, they know it's mentally ill. They're getting you to accept an idea where all human activity and all information is basically a crime selectively enforced. It's like the different supplement laws they've passed in California, where you can't even have 1 part per million of lead in any of your supplement when there's 20 parts per million in 1 bite of cabbage on average. Or you breathe in 55 parts per million a day, basically anywhere in the country. But a supplement can't even have over 0.5 1 parts per million. Nothing, basically there's nothing out there but things like pure iodine that doesn't have something else in it. So they can then selectively shut down all the supplements. Just like they passed gun regulations in California that are impossible to follow. So all the manufacturers leave because microstamping's a fraud and doesn't work. And it's basically like one of those signs of just how everything is teetering and how the inflation is exploding. And poor people just can't get by now to pay for the gas and the insurance and the food and the clothes for their kids, and they're working 2-3 jobs on, just trying to make it, and their kids are being raised by television and by the gangster kids in the neighborhood, and it's all designed to destroy the family, to turn women into slaves of the government, to make them work, to make them pay taxes. You can just see it degenerating faster and faster. Here's a microcosm. I know the beef business. We've raised cattle since 1829 in the same area of East Texas. And I know people that are in the steakhouse business, and I know people that are in the meat packing business, and I know the people that own some of the biggest herds in the country. So I'm not a super expert like a cattleman, but I understand the business. I know how it works. That's why I told you a few years ago, get ready for your beef prices to double, triple, quadruple, which they've now done, because, let me explain this. Almost everyone is going bankrupt in the cattle business because the government has set up regulations and rules where it's basically impossible to make money. While the beef is the most expensive it's ever been because of 2 different issues. The big meat packers, there's only 3 big ones now, got together, got federal rules passed, control the inspectors, to shut down thousands of meat packing facilities that have been open in some cases over 200 years in the case of the East Coast, to shut down family-owned and small corporate chains all over the country that were providing poultry, beef, fish, you name it, using regulations. There are no more real cattle auctions that go on. If they still have the cattle auction, it's being controlled by the big 3. They get all the meat. They then fix the prices behind the scenes. So you would think that the rancher would be making record profits. No. They're going bankrupt because it's so gamed, they've got to sell it for the lowest price ever. Then it all goes up to the meat packing facilities, who are literally above the law, can have all the violations they want, you name it, do unspeakable things. The quality goes down. They can ship in meat they want, but only by the big cartels that have greased Congress and the states. And then you have the dollar being devalued, so that's why meat across the board is going up, because the eggs are gamed now. Fish is gamed now. See, people think business now is just about having the best product or the best marketing, and that's part of it. But more and more, it's just being smart enough to be able to navigate all of the gangsters in government and corporations that literally try to shut you down if you do anything. If you have a news website, if you sell supplements, if you sell films, if you sell Made in America t-shirts, if you hire a casting facility to make a few thousand belt buckles, the bureaucrats come in and try to shut it down. They don't want anybody operating in this country. That's why they've had thousands of arrests and fines across the country in what Forbes magazine called the war on lemonade stands. That's why they're having wars on farmers markets and wars on Amish and wars on people putting up their own solar power that isn't hooked into the grid. You hook up wind power across this country or solar on your own farmhouse, you're going to have inspectors showing up within a year, freaking out, wanting to tear it off your house and just hyperventilating. They're here to shut this country down. Do you understand? This is an Agenda 21 war. And I was talking to one of the biggest cattlemen in Texas who was going to build his facility with a state-of-the-art stainless steel. They were about to buy the property 2 years ago to then bring their premium Black Angus, one of the top breeders in the country, directly to market to sell to steakhouses across Texas and in their own steakhouse. And came to the conclusion, you're just not allowed to. That's America. That's America. Rich people can't start a business in America because you're not part of the made mafia. And that's what creates a third world country, and that's what the political parties are doing. The only reason Texas is doing okay compared to all the other states is we never allowed a bunch of that mafia crap to go on here. We're falling as well. It's all happening now here. It is so sad to see our country fall.
You are watching the best of The Alex Jones Show, weekdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central. Watch live at Infowars.com/show or become a member of InfoWarsNews.com and help us take resistance to the next level.